Hello. Right, well, we're in the New Forest, as you know. I've already made, I think, 2 videos actually. I made one over the other side, but I made one at about 5 AM in the morning, which is really nice. Beautiful light and all the rest of it. Lovely vibe, lovely energy. So I just thought I would show you who we've met. It's the glorious Jules. Hello,
Hi,
Jules.
Hi.
All right, mate. So this is Jules. If you don't know Jules, it's Jules in a Motorhome is his channel. So please go and have a look. Some really interesting stuff, really. And Jules has got some ideas for his channel as well that we've been talking about, which should be really interesting. So how are you keeping, mate? You're okay? You're looking very good.
Good, yeah. It's been wonderful out here in the New Forest, and I've really enjoyed meeting you. And
same here, mate.
the very first YouTuber that I've ever met, and the very first full-time motorhomer that I've ever met.
Full time, yeah. We were discussing this, weren't we? Full timers. We were wondering actually who actually really is full time, because I've got a bit confused. It is me, it's not Jules. It is me that's got a bit confused over it. I thought certain people were full time, but when we think about it, maybe they're not. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. But probably they're not. So we think we're probably the only full timer YouTube makers, don't we? Really?
In the UK.
Yeah, in the UK. So we're certainly a minority, should we say, really.
We haven't got a bedroom sitting behind us.
No, we certainly haven't.
No little flat in London or anything. It's just the motorhome, and when that gets trashed, it gets scary.
It does get scary, and we both had that, unfortunately. What we've got behind us, look, have a look at that. This is, it's quite dark tonight, obviously. It's about 8:30 or whatever it is.
Beautiful, eh?
Yeah, so it is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
We do love the forest. So anyway, back to Jules. So Jules in a Motorhome, that's his channel. So Jules recently has just undertaken a huge journey, haven't you, mate? You've been off to Spain.
Yeah.
And if you go onto Jules in a Motorhome, you have a look at his channel, you'll see some of the videos there. Jules was offered a job and then in the end declined it, and I think rightly so, mate.
It was too hot.
Just too hot. You looked just strange.
Haggard.
You know, yeah, you did look haggard. You looked as old as me, because I'm 26. You must be 28. Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I totally agree with the reasons why you didn't take the job, really. But even so, what a journey! What a fantastic journey, mate.
It was a wonderful road trip, and I learnt a lot. And like we were saying earlier, you know, it's a very difficult thing to do alone.
Yeah.
And it's a lot scarier. The scary moments are scarier.
Yeah.
And the enjoyable moments, the beautiful views, are not quite as beautiful because you haven't got someone to share them with. But nonetheless, it was a hell of a trip, an exciting trip, and I'm glad I did it. Good
for you, mate. It was a holiday after all, wasn't it? You know,
Turned into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think you look great. You know, I think you look quite relaxed. Once you made up your mind that this wasn't going to work for you, it was now a holiday. Really, I think there was a weight that lifted off you.
Chilled off.
And that came through. That nice little vibe came through, really. But yeah, so it's fantastic to meet Jules. I'm really, really pleased to meet Jules. So thank you very much for coming to the New Forest to meet me, mate. I really do. There's Mouse. Look, hello, Mouse. Hello. He's lighting us a few flames so we can sit and have a chinwag and what have you in a minute, which would be quite cool.
Getting ready to get bitten to death.
Yeah, that's it. He got bit by a mozzie, bless him, but never mind. So Jules, what shall I ask you, mate? Have you got any plans or anything? Or, I mean, you're a little bit like me, aren't you? You just kind of do whatever you do.
Yeah.
But no set plans for the next sort of couple of months or so?
No set plans, just some ideas. I mean, I might buy a moped, do a bit of pizza delivery. I might look at taxi driving or something. There's no massive need for an income straight away, but obviously in long term I'm going to need some sort of income.
Right, yeah.
And I can't paint worth a shit, by the way.
Oh,
So
we're just chatting about my art.
Yeah. So, and I envy you that, you know, and I haven't got those sort of skills, so I'm going to have to find a way of earning some money. I have actually started down the road of monetizing the YouTube videos, which I said in one of my videos I wouldn't do, but I didn't realise, and thanks to Bri, I do realise now that certain videos I don't have to monetize and I can make them my own.
Absolutely, mate.
And
why not? Yeah, I mean, everybody puts in time and effort and what have you, and ultimately it costs us money, really, because obviously you're buying the data and it's very expensive and what have you.
And the cameras and the computer,
everything else. So you may as well get a little bit back, you know. And it's only a small income, but it's a bit of an income. So Good for you. How long have you been full-timing? I can't remember, mate.
I've moved into my van the day my dad died, and that was in March last year. So I've been living in it, coming up for 18 months.
Right.
I gave up my job, so I was living it March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Didn't give up my job until October last year, and that's when I started making YouTube videos.
Right.
So that's why there's a slight time lag, really. I mean, people think, oh, you know, you haven't been in it a year and a half. Yes, I have. I just wasn't making YouTubes until I stopped my full-time job, which was October last year. And
18 months. I bet it's gone quite quick for you, hasn't it, really?
Yeah,
It feels like it's
yeah,
gone quick,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just over 2 years now, and in many respects it's a blip to me, really. You know, it's been fantastic. It's been a great time, really. There's old Bodie playing... he's playing with his stick actually tonight. I take his ball off him because he gets a bit obsessive, really, and he needs to just chill out now because it's the evening time. So yeah, so 18 months, mate. It's fantastic.
it's quick now.
We're not going to make a massive long video, but throw a curveball at you. What was your best thing been in 18 months? Could you choose one? Or, if I reword that, what has the van life given you in 18 months?
It's a sense of I have separated myself slightly from society, from normal society, who live in flats and houses.
Yeah.
And that separation, although initially it was very scary, and I've talked about this in a video, you know, fear of living in a motorhome, and it is odd. You have to push yourself to get out of your comfort zone and you know, walk away from the bricks and mortar and get into this motorhome. But having, it's almost as though I'm looking at life from the other side of a moat, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you know, I've crossed the moat and now I'm free.
Yeah, now you realise.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I wasn't
Exactly.
enclosed by this moat, you know, which we all, I think, tend to live in so easily, with society telling us we should do this, should do that, and we don't have to do this and that, and we can escape it. And I think that was one of the biggest eye-openers of moving into a motorhome.
Brilliant. It's just nice, isn't it, the sense of freedom and stuff like that, you know. Even where we are now, you know, it's beautiful, peaceful, quiet. We've had some fantastic conversations. And just before we end this video, I must really thank Jules. Now, you know I like Slurpee. Everybody knows I like Slurpee. This man, bless him, did me the best ever Slurpee I've had in my life. It's green beans, green coffee beans, which I didn't know existed. I know nothing. I just drink this stuff, you know. Green beans, and then you cook them.
We roasted them,
you roast
on a pan.
A methylated spirit, little stove, and all the rest of it with a little stick. I expect you might show some of that in a video, perhaps.
I've got a little bit,
that'd be really interesting for people. And then to grind them took probably half an hour, really, something like that.
A really irritating.
But well worth it. But such a beautiful flavour. I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much indeed,
It's
mate.
my pleasure. I really
do.
wanted to make you a Slurpee.
Well, thank you very much indeed. It was lovely, actually, really lovely. You know, I certainly enjoyed it. Mouse enjoyed it. You know, it was great. And to have something so beautiful and so fresh, you know, and made by somebody that I now class as a good friend, was just fantastic. Thank you. Really appreciate that, mate. Anyway, so again, thank you for coming out. It's great. And we're going to have a few more days together, so it's all going to be cool. Thank you again, Jules. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Brian.
Take care, everybody, and be well.
Well